Kamaru Usman. I think he's too good. I think he's well rounded. He's good on the feet, but I think he's a fucking super athlete. I think he's gonna get it.
Man, that fight, it's gonna be a great fight. That I'm sure of that. I gotta go with Gilbert just because he brings something that Kamaru has never faced, which is a great BJJ guy, a great grappler on the ground, you know. So he's not the kind of guy that Kamaru is going to take down, and he's just going to be able to, you know, pummel him and ground and pound him. He's going to have to be defending submissions, defending sweeps, and while all that is going on, Gilbert can get up, and Gilbert has really good striking as well. He's really explosive. So I go with Gilbert. It's going to be a tough fight, but I think Gilbert gets it done and on the later rounds.
I was like, didn't they already fight? No, he fought. He was supposed to fight. You know, I could see Gilbert winning it in the beginning of the fight. The longer it goes, the more it goes toward Usman, I would say. So, I mean, Usman has a way of kind of bringing things for a fight, you know, making it last a long time or just really dragging it out. So I would, if I had to put money on it, I'd put money on Usman. But it'll be an exciting first round for sure.
I don't know. I think it's cool to see what Gilbert Burns has done in the past this past year. It's really badass to see what Gilbert Burns has done. And honestly, I thought seeing his wrestling against Woodley was pretty impressive. Like his grappling is real high level. So maybe he stops Kamaru's wrestling, but you know, it's been no one else has really been able to. You know, Kamaru is a real problem for a lot of people. So I don't really know. That one's kind of up in the air too. I like them both, and I think it'd be cool to see either one of them win. It's cool. I admire what Gilbert Burns has done over the past year, and it'd be cool to see that work pay off with a title. But you know, Kamaru is a problem for almost everybody. So yeah, I know that's not a real straight answer. I'm not very good at like a lot of these fights. Like it's hard for me to just be like, yeah, him for sure. I don't really know, man. Fighting is fucking chaos, dude. People pretend it's not, but it's chaos. Nobody knows what the fuck's gonna happen.
Another one I can't pick. Both studs, you know. Once again, two of the best welterweights in the world. Gilbert's been on a fast rise, and he's been on a tear, and he's been dominating. And same with Kamaru, he's been dominating as a champion. So that'll be a good fight, but I'm not gonna pick.
Man, that's a tough one. I'm going to go Usman. I think he gets it done. You know, Burns is tough, but I think, you know, Usman, he knows how to win a fight. You know, whether it's boring or not, or exciting, whether, you know, no matter what your opinion is, he wins fights. So I think he gets it done.
Kamaru going to win this fight. Actually, I just fought with Kamaru last week. He looked good. He's so strong. I think he's going to win the fight.
Oh, man. I think Gilbert Burns is going to – he's such a stud that I feel like has been kind of like under the radar. I mean, not really, but you know what I mean? I think he's going to shock the world for sure.
I'm taking Burns. I think they train together. I don't think Usman's training down in Florida anymore. And to me, which means, you know, I think Burns has got the best of him in training, so that's why he moved camps.
Man, this is a super interesting matchup. Let me think. I don't think that Gilbert Burns is going to back up and put his back on the cage and allow Usman to take him down. And even if he does, man, he's nasty off his back. You know, his submission game is real nice. I'm going to go Gilbert Burns, man. I think that he can get it done on the feet. I think he's a competent enough striker, and he's fast enough and all that other good stuff that he could beat Usman. But Usman's undefeated in the UFC for a reason and broke what's-his-name's jaw. So I think the fight, you know, kind of goes like what's the guy's name who just beat Woodley? Colby Covington. I think it goes like that, you know, it stays on the feet, and But I think the longer the fight goes, man, Usman, I think it favors Usman, man. He doesn't get tired, man. But I think that Gilbert Burns is gonna get it done.
I don't. I want Gilbert to win. I don't feel like his wrestling is good. I don't know if it's good enough to get Usman down. I don't know if Burns' striking is good enough to be with Usman. I don't think that Burns can sub him from his back if Usman does shoot, or it depends on what Usman does. I don't think it's going to be good enough to get Usman. I don't know. That's a close one for me. Usman's tough to bet against, man. He's so diverse. He's so good. He's so strong, athletic. Burns obviously has an advantage on the ground, but when you're sweaty, you know what I mean? It's hard to sub somebody from your back unless Burns gets on top. I think Burns is going to have to get on top to win. I think that's going to be really difficult to do.
Man, that's a really good one. That's a really tough fight. I'm going to give it to the champ, but I think Gilbert Burns is going to come with the kind of energy that he needs to be a really big threat to Usman, and his cage work and of course his ground game is top notch. So that's going to be a nail biter. But I'm going to lean towards the champ.
I got Gilbert Burns. I think he's meaner, and I think he has better jiu-jitsu, better ground game. Even though Usman's a good top pressure wrestler and could do all that, you can't really wrestle a jiu-jitsu guy like that. You got to kind of change your plan. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be a striking match. It's going to be a whole MMA fight, but I got Burns for the win.
That's a tough one. Very tough one. Teammates, I'm going to say Burns. He's a dog. He's trained with him. If anyone's going to beat him, it's that guy.
God, that's a tough one, man. I think Kamaru Usman's going to beat everybody, but Gilbert's a little bit different animal. He's got heavy power and good jiu-jitsu, but I'm going to have to stick with the wrestler and go with Kamaru Usman.
I don't know. That's a tough. I kind of don't really feel invested in that one, like at all. Like, okay, once again, I get Kamaru's like an amazing fighter. I'm not talking about him, but like anytime he opens his mouth, I'm not into it, man. Like I don't know what it is, but I'm not buying it. Like I can't put my finger on it, but I'm not buying what he's selling. But then also, like, I mean, I don't really. Burns is amazing. Burns is an amazing fighter, but I'm looking at it from an entertainment perspective. You know what I mean? And like, I don't really feel like either of them are feeling it for me. So I don't know. I mean, I guess Burns just to get Kamaru out, so I don't have to hear him talk anymore. But that's just me,
I'm going to go with Gilbert Burns. Kamaru Usman is really, really good at controlling, but I think Burns has an edge in striking. And I don't know how those two are going to be when they're on the ground. I know Kamaru is really powerful on top, really good at controlling and kind of beating guys up, but Burns is phenomenal there too. And Burns hasn't looked weak exactly in his last couple fights either. So I think if Burns is able to keep it on the feet, he has a marked advantage there.
Man, Usman for sure. I mean, he's just proven it over and over and over. So I think that he's starting to get this confidence too as being the champ. And I think that's taken him a long ways because he's definitely been hurt in a couple of fights. He's been like, who knows what his training camp's like and everything. But I think that he's definitely starting to get to where he's like a veteran as the champion. Like, so it's good. I'd say Usman.
We'll go with Gilbert. Gilbert has the more tools, in my opinion, and yeah, he just has more tools and more ways to win than Usman does.
Man, that's a good one. I have no reason why, but I think Burns wins. I just watching his last fight, I was just so I was shocked at how I felt like he was so much better in his last fight. He just really showed up in his last fight. So I think that guy beats anybody if he shows up like that.
Training partners. Usman did what he had to do against George, and I don't know. This one's a tough one as well. I think Usman stays the champion. I think he defends the belt. Fightful.com